what is your name? Chris Verbrugge or Magnus Verbrugge?
Well, that's an interesting question. My name has evolved over the years. I was born Magnus Christian Verbrugge in 1972. In 1984, when I was in grade 6, there were 5 Chris's in my class. And my family always called me Chris, which was my middle name. There were 5 Chris's in my class, and I decided that that was too many Chris's, so I went back to my first name, which was Magnus. So I was then Magnus Verbrugge. I then kept that name until 2002, when I was married to Angela. And Angela took my name and changed from Angela Clancy to Angela Verbrugge, but she didn't like the pronunciation of Verbrugge, so she went by Angela Verbrugge. So then, after about 3 months of that, and people asking why we had the same last name but we said it differently, I decided to change to Verbrugge as well, because most of my relatives had already also changed to saying Verbrugge. So now I'm Magnus Verbrugge. So I've gone from Magnus Christian Verbrugge at birth to Chris Verbrugge until I was 12, to Magnus Verbrugge until I was 30, to Magnus Verbrugge now.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what my next change will be.
What school did you go to? Did you stay in Vancouver for your schooling, or?
Nope, my family moved to Chilliwack, about an hour and a half outside of Vancouver when I was 2. And I went to elementary school in Chilliwack, and then my family moved to Victoria when I was in grade 6. And I went to Pacific Christian School in Victoria for a few years, and then to St. Michael's, which is another school in Victoria, until I graduated from high school.
Did you get any degrees or scholarships in your...
I've never really been a scholarship kind of guy, mostly because my grades weren't high enough. But I did get 3 degrees. I had a history degree at the University of Toronto, and then I had a law degree at the University of Toronto again, and also at U of T, an MBA.
So what personality would you have to get those degrees?
Well, that's an excellent question. I think you have to be willing to stick it out for a long time. It was 7 years of university to get those. It's a long time to keep studying. You have to write a lot of papers, and you have to have the ability to not let the pressure of it get to you. And so you have to just take life as it comes, and then things tend to be easier to do.
So are you, what job do you have?
I'm a lawyer.
So did you go to court at all?
I do. I go to court a lot. I do 2 kinds of law. My one area of legal practice is I restructure companies that are in trouble and try to make the company healthy again so that it can keep making money instead of going out of business. And that involves a lot of going to court. And I also act as what we call a solicitor, which is a lawyer who doesn't go to court. That's the other kind of law practice I do, where I act for people, as my clients are people who lend money to businesses, and I act for the bank or the person who's lending the money to businesses.
So would you ever go to court to defend people?
No, because that's more sort of criminal law. When people are accused of crimes, and I don't do criminal law, and I don't. The law firm that I work at doesn't do any criminal law, so I don't defend.
So if how do you think you could change the world?
Well, that's a good question. That's a big question. Do we have 3 hours?
No.
We only have a few minutes, I guess. Well, I think that the biggest issue facing the world today is that the human race is using up the world's resources a lot faster than the world can replace them. And that means that sooner or later, the world's ecosystems and environment will collapse and won't recover. And so, but that is a problem that no one can fix on their own. It requires everyone to work together to fix it. We can each change the world by each doing our part and doing a little bit and making sure that we personally are not taking more from the world than the world can give back.
Oh, so if you went on Survivor, how long would you think you'd last? Would you get voted off the first week?
No,
Or
I'd win.
you'd win?
Yeah,
Why?
because I'm generally what they call the alpha male in any pack of people, and so you know, in any group of people, I'm naturally the leader, and people follow me and do as I say. And I'm also extremely charismatic. So in any situation where people are trying to vote someone off the island, they would never vote me off because I would be the most popular and the best at it. Sure.
I think we got it.
Thanks very much. That was very interesting. Yeah. Thank you.
Megs, thanks for your time.
Yeah.
And it's been a pleasure being on your show. And I'd be happy to come back and interview anytime on your show.
Okay. That's it with Magnus Verbrugge. Bye.